Are you aware that in the United States...
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Tui Pelotu. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. They go play fake. Mahomes. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And some room to work. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Lance now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Hampton. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to him on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st down, it's Hampton, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now Lance. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hampton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Harris running straight ahead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It was Brian Cook who made the tackle. You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they got to move up. And in order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better. Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
The Lance going to throw.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Now Mahomes.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field, because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw, it's Lance. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lance. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now Charles is number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that one is incomplete, and it also concludes quarter number 1. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mahomes going to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Pulled in at the 24.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC.
Now here's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow a ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. Lance looking to throw it. Short throw to Dissler.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Throwing now is Lance. He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. Down the left sideline.
And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Here's Mahomes to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's Mahomes again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He gets it to Johnston.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lance looks to throw again. Now a deep one for Johnston.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Quentin Johnston.
37 yards.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Throwing to start the drive. Lance.
Open man right side. That's McConkey.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
A final shot before half for Lance.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
That swung out wide to Harris. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Lance now to throw. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They run for it with Harris. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And that one puts them on top here in the third. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Lance. Pass out left finds Johnston. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Short throw to Disley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Lance going to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Lance wants to change him up. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 31 yards. And the Chargers have retaken a third quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. A give to Pacheco off the option. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Now Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On play action, it's Mahomes. On the move to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Working from the gun, Lance. Flushed out right. The ball comes out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Yeah, well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Lance to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And they'll go for it. Lance. That is caught. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal calls will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Throwing now is Lance. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. Well, he was going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Chris Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow give the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes will throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And all the way down to the 42. 72 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop. That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And, of course, this win a